Hey everyone, it's Dan, and today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead Season 3 review. This is for Season 3, Episode 13, called Arrow at the Doorpost. This is going to be my first review today because I'm actually today going to go all the way through and finish up my Season 3 reviews. I'm going to go from Episode 13 to 16 today, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little marathon today of the last 4 episodes of Season 3 reviews, and let's get started with Episode 13, Arrow on the Doorpost. So, this is a fantastic episode in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like this episode. They think the story doesn't go anywhere. They can't, the Rick and the governor, all they do is talk, can't come to terms, and that's it. Well, I actually enjoyed this one. I actually don't think this is a terrible episode at all. It really builds the hype for the rest of this season because, of course, this season, after this episode, we only have 3 episodes left. So it really builds that hype and really gets me excited. And I actually like this episode a lot. So we start off the episode with Rick and Daryl. Daryl's got his new crossbow from Morgan from Clear, which is pretty cool. And we see them on their way to go talk to the governor. And they're kind of, Rick's going into the shed and he meets up with the governor. And the governor is actually hiding a gun, behind Rick on the other side of the table or whatever, in case things go south. And, they put their weapons away, they talk, and then you have everybody else kind of on the outside, Daryl, Herschel, Milton, Martinez, and a good few of them actually go off in this one. They just go and kill some walkers, have some fun, have a little, who's better at killing walkers, fight, I guess you could say. And I would say Daryl wins that one with the whole knife one there at the end, with the last walker. Yeah, that, even Martinez, he's like, okay, yeah, you win, bro. Anyway, that's pretty cool. But then we have some pretty cool scenes where you just have Daryl and Martinez talking, and we find out that Martinez is not as bad of a guy as people think. It's kind of cool. We get Andrea saying, I can't go back to Woodbury, but then she does, and I'm like, really? And I'm like, there's so many opportunities of her, becoming Comic Andrea in these next, around this time in the season. Or, at first she visits them at the prison. She could have stayed. Doesn't stay. Then this time she could have went back with them. She still didn't. And then in the next episode she tries to escape and she can't. It's like, you had your chance. You didn't take it. So, you know what? That's, no, that's ridiculous, So, anyway, really, really great stuff, though. I really do like the talk between them. And the governor basically tells Rick that, if you give me Michonne, all of this goes away. And Rick's like, well, how do I have your word that you'll stop? And I'm thinking to myself, well, yeah, how do you have, the word that he'll stop? You don't, really. And that's a chance that you can't take. And that's why I feel like Rick is still on the edge of things. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. But, I really like the music, though, when they, when they're driving back and Rick, he's like, so I met this governor, and it's like, I sat with him quite a while, and we can't come to terms, we're going to war, but of course he knows that the governor wants Michonne, and it looks like he's going ahead with it, and he almost does, too. He talks to Herschel, and, he's like, we'll do it, and he's like, Herschel kind of tells Rick, he's like, she's strong, she's got our back, and Rick seems to think it's the only way out, but really, I think the governor, I think the governor, even though they gave her Michonne, I think once the governor was done with Michonne, he would just, he would kill everybody there on the trip to give Michonne to the governor. Because, like the governor said at the end of this episode, well, they'll bring Rick, Merle, take care of the whole crew, he was already planning to do it anyway. So I'm like, well, yeah, and I like when he's like, best way to avoid a slaughter, and then Milton's like, that is a slaughter, I gotta agree with the governor, though. There's no way they're gonna live side by side. I do agree with that, though, but I think that's kind of tricking Rick, though, in a way, too, though, so we'll have to see. But anyway, this is a great episode. I really enjoyed this episode, Arrow on the Doorpost. Thought that this one was really tense. I actually enjoyed this one. I don't understand the complaints in this episode at all. People say it was boring. I don't think it was at all. I didn't know if the governor was going to pull that gun on Rick and if something was going to go down. I really didn't. I didn't know what was going to happen, what what this whole episode was. So I really enjoyed this one a lot. So make sure to write all those comments below. I will see you guys for the episode 14 Pray, it's called, review. So I will see you guys later on for that.